All right, let's continue our workflow. This is where we have finished last time, and this is the message from today, 7 a.m. We have the dog breed name here and the today facts over here as well, right? I can barely see the dog, but that's fine. Here is our workflow where it was last video, and today the idea is to add some personal news and increase or improve our Telegram message, daily message with some news as well. To that end, we will be using the New York Times RSS, right? So here we have the RSS feeds from the New York Times, and we have different categories, right? We have the world, US only, business, technology, sport, culture. We have different categories here for the New York Times SRS. Let me fix this. And let's choose one. Let's start with the global one, the word, right? The word, and then we can get here the URL. So on on your browser page, you have the URL. And then going back to the n8n workflow, let's see first, before that, okay, what is that get URL details and request API? Let's put some good names here. So the get URL details is basically the dog.co. So let's give good names so we can know what's going on. The dog.co URL, CEO URL details, right? Okay, now it's better. And I want to send the news maybe after everything about the dog and about the daily fact have been sent. So maybe I will add it here because it's an independent workflow, right? It's an independent branch. I don't need to wait for any of these nodes execution finishes. I don't depend on this data, basically. So I can create here after the schedule trigger, and I can search for the RSS feed, right? So this guy here. And here I just put the URL that I have got from the New York Times, right? So for the name, for the node name here, let's change this name to something else, right? Because here is the word, so read, RAS read, word news, right? Let's give some good names. And right now we can start working on that. Let me just go back this thing. Let's execute to see what's going to be our output. All right, we have the output. We have 58 items. We can see here 58 items. If you change the view, we can see in the table view and then the JSON view as well, or schema view. We have some information here. We have the title, link, the date, and the content. And the content is snipped, right? So I believe we only need probably the title, the content, and the link if you want to know more details about that, right? But right now, okay, we have 58 items or 58 news, right? I'm not going to read all those news, right? So I prefer to limit them. To limit them, there is a node called limit, right? So we can use that, and I will limit to 3 or 4. Let's put 3 first items, and let's see. All right, so now we receive 58 items and we are outputting 3 items only. That it's much better. Okay, let's give a good name as well. Names are important. So limit to 3. Okay. All right. So, okay, we have the news from the New York Times, World News. We are limiting to 3. And let's see. Let's send our Telegram message with that thing. I think that is what we need right now. So I will copy this Telegram here. So Command D or Control D, you copy that, and then let's connect this guy here. Let's open that and let's start doing something here, right? First thing first, let's change the name so you don't forget what we are doing. So send the daily news, right? And yeah, let's using our dog Telegram bot, the same chat ID, and the text. We're going to change it right now, right? So what I need the title, link, and the content. That it's fine, but there is a thing here. You can see I limit it to 3, and I'm sending 3 items here. We can see in this green we have the 3 items being sent to Telegram, which means that it will send 3 messages, right? It's going to be 3 messages in the Telegram, which I don't want that. I don't want. I just want 1 message with all 3 news, not 3 messages with 1 news in those messages, right? So I use a node called aggregate. So the aggregate node will do that, right? Aggregate will get a list of items and output just a single item. So I can aggregate by individual items or by all items into a single list. This is what I want, all items in a single list, right? And I will include, if I include all fields, let's see. Okay, so if I change to JSON view, I have just 1 item, and all the items are now in the data field, right? So here, see, I have 1 array, 1 item, and that array I have 3 items. All right, but I don't need to send everything. I just need the title, link, and the content. So let's change here in this option. We need to include specific fields, and I can put it in here, comma separated. So I want the title, the content, and the link. Let's see how it's going to be. All right, so I have here our 3 news. Title, linking, content, title, linking, content. Okay, that is what I want. So now I'm sending just 1 item to our Telegram node. And here we need to prepare our tags, right? So let me maximize this thing a little bit, and let's start writing our function, a small JavaScript function, to make this thing work as we want, right? So this is the global news. So let's put here today's world news, right? Let's open the line, and now we need to access the input data using the JavaScript, right? So anything using JavaScript, we need to surround that by double curly, and the JSON is our input object. And then here, I want the data. The data is an array of objects, right? So if I put in this way, I already have the 3 objects here, 1, 2, 3, right? It doesn't make any sense. So let's create our message using the JavaScript functions like the reduce. So if you are familiar with the reduce, the first parameter is the function, right? So it receives a function in the first parameter, and the second parameter is the start object, right? The object initialized. It needs to reduce, as it explained here. I want a string. I want to return a string, right? So I will return a string like this. I will initialize the output object or the result object with an empty string. And here I put the accumulator and the news, right? This is a function, so I need to do like this, and I'm returning a string as well. So right now I'm returning a string, and why am I using this back accent here? It's because I'm going to use JavaScript string interpolation because I want to extract the title. So let's try the title. For instance, let's use this thing here, and we have news.title. Okay, now I have the title, right? And I have the first title only because I need to concatenate the ACC, our accumulator object here, ACC. All right, now I have the 3 titles. Okay, but I don't want the 3 titles in the same line. So let's put a break line here. All right, now I have the 3 titles in the new lines. Let's add the content. Before that, let's put the title in bold. Right, surrounded by B, the B tag, so it's basically bold. All right, so after the break line here, let's add our content, and I want to surround the content by the I italic tag, so let's put the I here, and here let's put the news dot content. All right, let's see. Okay, we have the title and the content, title, content, title, sorry, title and content. Yeah, I need to also make a new line here. All right, title, content, title, content, title, content. Okay, and the link, right? So if I want to know more about this new, let's add the link. So it's gonna be news.link, right? And let's put that in a new line. And I can put in a new line again, so I can better separate it then, right? So here I have the 3 news in with HTML, with these HTML tags, right? And the link below. Sounds good. And it's just one message that we are going to send it to Telegram, right? So let's see here, how is the output here on the left side? And let's send that. Let's send that and let's see how it's gonna be. Right, so sending right now. Okay, it's sent. Let's go to our Telegram and let's see. All right, so here we have today World News. We have the title, we have the content and the link. Title, content, and the link. Right, so that sounds good, right? And what if I want to add another, let's go back here. I want to add another content. For instance, I want to add the technology as well, or personal tag. What would be that? Let's add the personal tag. Copy the link, go back here, and let's duplicate this guy, put it here. Let's connect to the trigger as well. Let's open this guy. First thing first, give good names. It's personal tech news, right? And put the link here. When we first run, we're gonna see on the right side our output, right? We have 20 items, so we need to do the same thing. Let limit to 3. We can select both, right? We are with the both things. Let limit to 3, right? And then connect here. And let's open this guy. Limit to 3 again. They cannot have the same name, so limit to 3 again. Aggregate and send it to Telegram. We could use the same, so okay, let's try the thing here. It's the same thing, right? So let's use the same nodes that we already have. They will be executed independently, right? So basically, the first node, the first branch will execute and send the message. After that, the second branch will execute and send the message, right? So let's try that. To try that, let me delete these and delete these. So now I am just testing my personal tech news. I'm not change anything else. It's the same thing. Limit to 3. Let's execute that. Okay, execute it and let's see. All right. Okay, I need to change that. It's not Word News anymore. It's the personal tech news. So I need to change the Telegram message here. Right. Let's see smartphone, YAI. Okay. Sounds good. Right. So now let's fix that thing. In order to fix that, maybe I can put a set somewhere here. Let's put a set right. Let's see if we connect this thing here. Yes, set. I think the set could be here, but I don't want. Yeah, it must be here. So in that case, we cannot use the same, right? So it's better to make everything separated. So here I use the set field that we have been using, the name and the global news message title, right? Message title. Include the other fields and add here, it's gonna be the MSG title, which gonna be here are the word news. Here are the word news, right? So that's the title. Here are the word news, and then we have it here, right? So we have our data object in our title. Here are the worded news. And okay, so we're gonna fix this layout in a bit. Let's copy everything, this and this. Command D, Ctrl D, limit to 3. Let's fix that again. Limit to 3 again. Aggregate, it's fine. Again, instead of global news, now it's gonna be personal tech news. Add just tech news, I think it's gonna be okay. And here the personal tech news. All right. So coming back to our Telegram node, now we need to include that message. We need to include the message title here. So instead of having this guy here, I can just include it back here. Let's see, JSON.msg title. Let's see how it's gonna be. All right, here the word news, and then we have the word news, and then we have the personal tech news. Let's save that. Let's run first. Let's click on this thing. So n8n is gonna organize everything for us. Much better. No, not much better. Let's go back here. Right, let's connect this guy again. We forgot to connect that. And let's organize. Okay, better, much better. All right, so let's test our workflow and let's see how it's gonna be. Okay, getting the dog breeds, the photo, the date fact, and then the news sent to message, because one message is the global and the second is the personal tag. And let's see our Telegram stuff. All right, here we have the dog's breed, it's this dog. And then we have here the word news, and here personal tech news. All right, beautiful. So now we have our daily news thing, right? That sounds good. It's not shorted. I think it would be good if you short that August 11, too old, right? Yeah. Next time we can short that, right? We will short and see how it's gonna be. Okay, let's do that right now. We are going to do two things, basically. We are going to short them here just before the limit, and we are also going to filter them out. We only want news from yesterday until now, right? We don't want to get all the news. Otherwise, we are going to be receiving the same news over and over again if that thing is never updated. All right, so first of all, let's short that. There is a node for that, and the node is short. Simple short, fields to be shorted by, options. Okay, I want the date field, so we have the pub date, right? And ISO date. All right, let's see if we're gonna, add the field the name, pub date, right? Ascending, descending, the newest first. Let's see. All right, 27 August, 3 and 10. What is the second one? Table 3, okay, 14. All right, that sounds good. So we short then. So now we are going to filter then. How we can filter? Let's see, is there a filter? Yeah, there is a filter node. And the filter nodes, let's get the pub date. I think we need to convert that to JavaScript. And should be object date and time, and should be bigger or after, is after yesterday, right? So here is going to be after not a fixed date. So let's put a JavaScript code here. Let's change that to expression, and let's put a yesterday date, right? So how we can do that? New date. All right, and here new date as well, but set date -1, date -1. So date -1, set date, no, set date, right? Okay, set date and new date, get date -1. Okay, so now we are correct. So in the date should be before the yesterday date, right? So let's see if it's gonna filter that. Okay, so you can see here we have kept 31 and discarded 27. So we only have 31 records since yesterday until now. And now we limit them and things flows normally. So let's copy them. Two guys here, we're going to need them. Let's put them here. And this guy here. And let's use the n8n magic to organize these nodes. All right. And let's double check the second RSS. So we have fields here from today, and then we short them descending pub date July 30. I think there is something wrong here. Pub date July 3rd. August, May, June. It's not shorted. Let's try the other field. Oh, okay, it's not shorted because we don't have pub dates. We don't have the ICO. Okay, we have the ICO. Let's try with the ICO date descending. Okay, better now. Yeah, I think this was taken as a string, so it didn't work it. But yeah, using ICO date, it worked. Let's change the other one. ICO date. All right, makes sense. All right, so we are shorting, filtering, limit, and send to Telegram. So let's do that. Let's run one more time, everything, and let's see how it's gonna be. Sounds good. In here, we have the dog breed of the day, right? Cookapoo. Today facts, the world news, and personal tech news. All right. Thank you. That's all for today. Next video, we can keep improving this workflow. Let's see how it's gonna be.